So I've been working out for a long time. It's been about 11 years since I started, and I can tell you just throughout the entire process, and this relates to things outside of the gym, nobody has anything negative to say about what you're doing with your life unless it makes them reflect on their life. What I mean is, when you tell somebody that you're going to start going to the gym or meal prepping, getting your sleep schedule back on track, everyone always has to tell you, oh, well, don't you want to have some fun in your life? Live a little bit. I could never eat a boring diet like that. Or, oh, don't you think you're being a little too strict with your calories? That's going to cause an eating disorder. Since when, if you got a supercar and you put in the best fuel, you got your tune-ups, you did all the routine maintenance work on it, nobody would say, aren't you taking this a little too seriously? Aren't you going a little overboard with making sure that your car is functioning properly and it's staying nice? Nobody says that, right? But because the car has an external purpose, it's a reflection of you. So if you buy a nice car and you don't take care of it, people just subconsciously think of you through how you take care of the car. But none of this extends in the most baffling way to how you take care of yourself. Because when you walk around and you're in shape, you eat healthy, and keep in mind, you don't even have to eat healthy to be in shape, but I definitely think there's a different look to your physique when you do eat healthy. Clear skin, no bags under your eyes, that kind of thing. But you start talking about eating clean and being on a meal prep, tracking your calories, doing your workouts, skipping out on going out on the weekend because you want to prioritize your sleep. Now all of a sudden, you're making them look bad or feel bad about their habits. Meanwhile, you haven't said anything about them, and it's about you. But they turn it into, oh, well, this makes me look bad. It makes me look like I'm not taking care of myself. So instead of coming out and just saying it, they will say things that will try to make you reconsider if what you're doing is good for yourself. The mental gymnastics that you have to go through to try to convince me that tracking what I put in my body is unhealthy and bad for me, but going out on the weekend and staying up late and drinking alcohol, which is literal poison, by the way, is totally normal, and nobody should ever question that type of behavior ever. And to put this towards a point that I'm making is just do it. That's one of the number one reasons I think keeping people outside of getting into a fitness routine is all of the criticisms that you're going to get just from simply trying to make better choices for yourself. It never goes away. It never goes away. I still get comments like that. And even when you do show that you can put in the work and that the work does indeed work, if I go to some event, right, and the people can just tell that I eat clean based off of my physique. If I eat a cookie, it's, oh, I didn't know that you could eat that. Or does that fit your macros? Or if I bring my meal prep, then it's, come on, live a little, eat some extra carbs. Don't you want something fun? People are going to care more about what you put into your body than what they put into theirs. So I don't understand why I'm being judged for eating a cookie when I've eaten completely fine for 2, 3, 4 months in a row. And sorry, but you look like a slob and you're going to get on top of me for what I'm doing. So people are never going to stop making comments. So if that is something that's holding you back, you just have to start. And the easiest way to deal with it is don't interact with these comments. Be like, yeah, I'm cheating on my diet. I'm not perfect. I failed. Because it doesn't matter. Like, some of the best ways to get out of these situations is to just let them think that they're saying something profound. Drinking another one of those energy drinks, those are so bad for you. Meanwhile, they're 350 pounds and they haven't gone a single day in the last 5 years without going through a drive-through. So don't let these comments by these people bother you or get to you. They can be hard. They'll dissuade you. Showing up to your first few social events with a meal prep bag is kind of awkward, but who cares? Like, who cares, right? Because in my mind, I'm showing up to hang out with everybody. I didn't know that I was ruining the entire event by just me bringing my own meals. Let alone it could be I could have an allergy or something. I don't. But if that was the case, you wouldn't get shamed for that because, oh, it's an allergy, he can't help it. But if you can help it, if it's a choice that you made to choose to be better, the only logical explanation I can come to is that it makes them feel bad about some choice that they make about themselves. When it has, if that's what is happening in your mind, why don't you use that to motivate you to make a better choice? I don't know. I'm sure most of us watching this video, have experienced this. It's not a new experience to be people pointing out your meal prep. Also, if you haven't started, once you start meal prepping and going to the gym and you take it seriously and people can see that, it's going to be the only thing that people want to talk to you about. And probably not about you. It's probably going to be about them, how they've been meaning to start. And you can use that as an opportunity to try to give them some information. And this isn't to put anyone down. Everybody is in a different area of life, but this is just something that can make it difficult for people to start. Being questioned all the time, kind of being outed, it's not very uncommon these days for people to get offended by questions about their life. But it's okay to do it to the person who's making healthy choices. So you're not hurting anybody by eating healthy, but let's be honest, people want to try to make you feel bad for choosing to prioritize yourself. And if we wrap it back to, a sports car analogy, you take care of your sports car, you keep it clean, you do all the routine maintenance, tune-ups, whatever. I'm not a huge car guy, so forgive me if my analogy is a little inaccurate. But if you step out of that car and you don't look like you take care of yourself, I personally think it kind of ruins the illusion. That's just me, so sorry if I called any of you guys out. But it's just a wake-up call to get on top of it. Fuel yourself with the best fuel. Give yourself the best rest by not being on your phone within an hour of going to bed. Don't skip out on your workouts. Train hard. Stay off of your phone in the gym so you stay locked in. You stay on top of it. But that's really all I wanted to say today. Hope this helps. If you have people in your life that are making you feel bad for making the right choices, just know that it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to say if they're trying to come from a good place or not, because it doesn't matter. The comments are just dumb. Ignore them. If it's a dumb comment, if you know that it's the right choice for you, if you were an alcoholic and somebody came and told you, hey man, why are you going to stop drinking? Hey, come on, live a little bit, have some fun. You're totally fine. I liked you when you were an alcoholic, even though your entire life was falling apart. You should keep doing it because I think it's okay. But that person is not you. They don't know what's best for you, despite what their relation is to you and what they might think. Do it because you know that you should, and don't let anyone dissuade you. Anyway, I thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you when I see ya.